Oh, I'm Siyabonga Cwele, the new ambassador of South Africa to Beijing, China. I arrived here in December 2020, so I'm just a few months. Have some experience in working in government for several years, and I was a minister for several ministries such as security, telecommunications, and home affairs. It's an honor for me to serve in this important country, China, because our bilateral relations are very historic and very deep and comprehensive. And it's also an honor to come to this friendly nation during the celebration of the centenary of the Communist Party of China, because we also got very strong party-to-party and government-to-government relations. My impression of China, because I'm just new, is that the Chinese people are very friendly, they are hardworking, and they are very happy people. So that's my first impression of Chinese people being here. Thank you.
So please use 3 keywords to introduce your country, such as culture, tourism, or food.
Oh, the uniqueness of South Africa can maybe describe in 3 words, which is tourism, sports, and culture. Maybe if I start with tourism. Tourism is very important for South Africa because it is labor intensive and employs more people. It's a significant contributor to our gross domestic product, to our economy. It contributes around 4.5% of our GDP. And in terms of tourism, just over a quarter of our tourists come from overseas, outside the African continent. And a significant number of those, because our total foreign tourism is about over 10 million, a significant number of those foreign tourists come from China, which contributes to over 100,000 tourists per year. Before the COVID-19. Of course, COVID-19 has brought the tourist numbers down, but we are working very hard with our tourism office and Brand SA to keep in touch with the Chinese so that when we defeat COVID, because we will defeat COVID, we will be able to receive more and more Chinese. Why we prioritize Chinese? Chinese market is important for us because of first of the numbers and the quality of spend when they come there. They spend more money, they stay more days, and they visit many areas, even though we are far from each other. But more and more, it's a growing market. It's the fastest growing region in terms of attracting tourists. Of course, we are blessed with a lot of natural resources. We have got beautiful cities, Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg, and Cape Town in 2016 was voted the best city in the world. So we also got blessed with a beautiful natural landscape. You may be talking of the Garden Route, which is a beautiful landscape of fauna and flora coming from Cape Town to Eastern Cape Province. You may be talking of the Cathedral Peak in KwaZulu-Natal, Drakensberg Mountains. You may be talking what we call Ghost Window because of its beautiful nature in the Mpumalanga province. We may be talking about the cradle of humankind in Northwest province, which is a site of what we believe in the world, scientists believe is the oldest and the earliest human species that were found in that cradle of humankind. So we've got also beautiful landscape like in the Namakwaland, right now in spring. It's very popular with the tourists because we've got these unique flowers which covers this semi-desert area, the whole of this semi-desert area during the spring. And we get a lot of international tourists just to come and view this. Those are the landscape. In terms of culture, we are a very culturally diverse country. We have 11 official languages. and many other unofficial languages. What is important with South Africa is that we derive strength in our diversity, because that's why we call ourselves unity in diversity, because we rally behind this unity as a nation with different groupings to build a powerful nation where everyone can enjoy a better life and a happy life. That's what unites us in terms of our culture. Of course, we've got a lot of cultural artifacts coming from these different cultures which are melting pot in South Africa. You may be talking about the famous Ndebele beads, which are becoming now global icons. Even the companies like to brand their products with these beads. I'm just using that as an example. We have got these historic Khoi sun paintings, rock paintings, which is very, very, very popular. I'm just mentioning those few in terms of relics and artifacts which attract a lot of tourists. We have got also some heritage sites like the Zulu battlefields, very popular among the European and Asian tourists because of the long history of resistance against the colonizers who were fighting with the local indigenous people. So they could still attract a lot of as I said, also we've got this cradle of humankind, where the origins of the first species of human species are found. So those are the things which really attract people, but we also love music. South Africa, they love singing. We love sport, we love singing, and there are a lot of local music, which is unique to South African, but also we endorse other forms of music like popular music, like jazz. We have got famous jazz in Cape Town International Jazz Festival every year, which attracts a lot of artists and tourists from all over the world. We also have Mandela International Film Festival, which is held every year, which attracts a lot of people. So this melting pot of culture is what really unites us. And what we would like to have, we are very good also in orchestra. We would like, during our tenure here, to strengthen our cultural ties with the Chinese. Because, not just because we have got more and more an increasing Chinese population, increasing Chinese business people investing in South Africa, but because we like to learn more about Chinese culture, because China is becoming more important country and a very friendly country in the world. So that's why in some of our schools we are starting to teach our young children Mandarin so that we can understand each other. It's when we understand your culture. And some of the Chinese artists have visited some of our cities like Durban, and they were very well received. That's what we would like to do, bring South African artists here and bring Chinese artists to South Africa to strengthen human-to-human relations. The last one is sport. We are a sporting nation. The sport also, it helps us to reconcile because we come from this bad history of apartheid system. So it unifies us. That's why we love sport. We support sport. All types of sport which come to South Africa, we really support. We are very good fans of sport. We also like watching the sport, particularly global sport. We'll be watching what will be happening here next year in terms of Winter Olympics. Unfortunately, we won't have a team because we've got very little ice in our Drakensberg. So we can't compete with the Chinese and other people from the north. But in terms of sport, we have hosted many successful and peaceful global events. Whether it's the World Rugby Cup, cricket cups, whether in 2010 the most important sport was football, soccer, World Cup, which was held very successful and peacefully in South Africa. And a lot of those football fans also had a chance to visit our township, visit our tourist site, and they were very happy. It was a very successful and the first World Cup to be held in Africa, on African soil. We are also, like I said, top ranking in terms of cricket. We are among the, if you check, for instance, golf, we are among, a lot of South Africans are among the top 100 in terms of rankings. And I just want to remind you, because people forget this, that we are the current world champions of rugby. The last tournament was held in Japan a few years ago, and we are the reigning champions of rugby. And I'm confident when the new tournament comes, we'll also do well, because our young people are really embracing sport. Lastly, on sport, after each and every sport event, South Africans usually meet together and sing together, enjoy together, have local queens together, and enjoy the fine beers we produce and the fine wine which we produce. So that's the terms of three things which define South Africa in terms of sport, culture, and tourism.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So I have here some products from South Africa, and would you please introduce to the Chinese audience and have this product been imported to China?
Okay. Let me start. I'll just. There are many products which we export to China. China is a very big market, but there are few which we would just like to introduce today. South Africa is known for its fine wine, unique wine. And we are also having some unique teas, which you can't find anywhere in the world, called rooibos tea. And we also got very good skin products, particularly made of aloe. Let me start with the wine. Of course, we are marketing our wines very aggressively because Chinese also like our wine, but they didn't know much about it. Currently, we are planning wines of South Africa. They are planning a roadshow to visit some of the major centers like Changsha, Shanghai, Guangdong, Beijing, and we will eventually visit all other major centers to market our wines because we want to bring more quality wines, fine wines from our Cape wineries. For instance, if you check our wine industry, over the last 6 months, the volumes have increased by 50%, which is showing that Chinese are enjoying our products and we must supply more. What is also encouraging that South African businessmen are buying wine farms in Cape Town and also becoming producers of wine. And let me just use one of the products. For instance, KWV is one of the longest old establishments. It was established in 1918, the same year when Nelson Mandela, father of the nation, was born. But it has evolved and produced very fine products, like this one called Rottenberg, which was established in 1949. While we maintain the very good culture and making sure that it remains consistent and maintain its legendary culture of this wine, at the same time the company innovates so that we move in line with the new consumers, because new consumers change and their tastes change so that we can meet their taste. So this is about our wines, which were increasing significantly. In terms of aloe products, let me start with rooibos tea, which is good for ladies. Rooibos tea is very popular among Chinese. The reason why it's becoming more popular that it's got a lot of health benefits. And secondly, unlike popular green teas and black teas, it doesn't contain caffeine. So you can use it, even children can drink it without any problems. It's got a lot of antioxidants, and that has been shown that antioxidants tend to reduce cancer and make you even more healthier. It also regulates your bowel, your functioning of your stomach and bowel, and that's why most of the ladies in South Africa, they take it to maintain their body weight so that they remain slim and beautiful. So those are the unique characteristics of this tea called rooibos, which is becoming more and more popular in China. We also got these aloe products. That's it, products I'll briefly introduce. In Africa, we've got different species or varieties of aloe. But in our region, South Africa, we've got one common species. It's called aloe forex. And that's where we make most of our commercial products from. The good thing about aloe, first, they are very good for your skin. They soothe and help healing of the skin. Some of these aloes have got enzymes which help with the healing and making sure that you remain hydrated, your skin gets well hydrated. And they also tend to ensure that your skin color remains normal, because they got products which reduces melanin, which cause blackness. So your skin will remain, the color will become more clearer and whiter without damaging your skin. So it's a natural skin life now, and making sure that your skin remains radiant and beautiful. So there's a aloe vera which helps, in particular, as I said, in healing after sunburn. Some young ladies or young boys may have acne. You tend to remove those black spots which remain after your acne of your skin, and make sure that your skin is healed and remains smooth and beautiful. So that's a product which is having a good traction in the Chinese market. And we are very happy that more and more products and more are really being endorsed by Chinese, because they are quality, natural products. This is Rodenbeck, a very fine wine from KWV in South Africa. It is a very fine wine which has been there produced since 1949. It's a very high quality wine produced from special grapes from Cape Winelands. And it's very popular and high quality and sell well in China. And this one, these are aloe vera products. It is the gel and the cream. They are made up of aloe. They are very good for your skin. They heal your skin and soothe your skin. Even if you had mosquito bites, sunburn, or radiation, they just help you to heal faster. They've got special enzymes which help the skin cells to heal, and they can maintain your beauty and make you younger, look younger for a long time. And this is our iconic rooibos tea. It's very loved in China because of special health properties. They are known to be very good for your diet, for your body, for your slimming, but they are caffeine-free. And they are very fine natural tea, and which are caffeine-free. They can be taken even by children without any ill effect. But ladies in South Africa, they tend to drink it more because it maintains their body shapes to be slim and nice.